Welcome to the Azure Guy video, where hands-on learning is priority one. I'm an Azure administrator, an Azure security engineer, an Azure solution architect, as well as a certified Kubernetes application developer. Welcome to my CKA series of challenge questions. This is part two of challenge one. In this challenge part, we're going to add an additional node to your cluster. Steps to add a node to a cluster: install the OS on a server, disable the swap, install the container runtime, install the Kubernetes binaries, and run the join command. The only part of this that is required on the exam is the very last step, run the join command. But I do show you how to disable the swap, install container runtime, and install the Kubernetes binaries. But that will be done for you on the exam. Okay, the first step in adding a node to a cluster, obviously, is to install the actual physical node or virtual node, and I did that. I'm running Ubuntu 20.04, and the first thing I'm going to do is to disable the swap file. Now, my understanding is in Azure, when you create a Linux VM, the swap file is automatically disabled. But I'm going to just double check that. Because it seems to be, sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. And it looks like it is not. You can also run this command, free-h, and you see my swap file is not there. If you did need to disable a swap file, you could do the command sudo swap off -a. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is, the next step is to install a container runtime. I have two scripts. We're going to run the scripts will install container runtime and the Kubernetes binaries. This is not part of the exam. These two steps will be done for you automatically. The only part of the exam that you'll be required to do is actually use the join command. So I'm going to use scripts to get us to that point. So if you want to do it, I have two files in my GitHub. If you want to find out more about these scripts, you can refer to this website here. He does a pretty good explanation of what's going on. So let's cancel that. Whoops. Let me make a CKA folder. There we go. Perfect. Now we have our files. Let's do an ls and do a ckd files. Another ls. And you see we have two files here. We're going to use kube tools to install the Kubernetes tools, and then use install container to install the container runtime. And we want to install the container runtime now. But before we do that, we have to mark this as executable. All right, what we're going to do that is chmod u plus x and the name of our file, which is install container sh. Now if we do an ls, it's a nice green color, so that's excellent. Next, we're going to actually run the script, so there's the command for that. I'm going to hit the enter key. This can't remember, this takes not too long, maybe a minute or two. All right, looks like no errors, so I think that looks pretty good. So the next thing you want to do is install the Kubernetes binaries. All right, the next step is to install the Kubernetes binaries. And let's take a look at that script. Kube tools. And you can see we're going to add this entry to this file, some more entries to our file. And then I'm not a Linux guru by any means, but I believe this like kind of resets the system, kind of like a reboot without rebooting. Then we're going to install this package here, and then install the kubelet and kubeadmin, and there you go. So again, these steps will automatically be done for you in the exam. It's not part of the exam to install this, only the parts of the actual join command. So all right. All right, so we want to go ahead, change this file. Kube tools. And then let me clear my screen. Let me just show you, in case you can see, that's the command I just ran. And then I'm going to do a ls. Then I'm going to do a change that to kube tools sh. And it's installing the binaries like kubeadmin, kubectl. This prepares the machine so we can join it to Kubernetes cluster. Again, this is not on the exam. The part of the actual joining is on the exam. I'll make that clear. All right, we're good. So now we are ready for the actual steps you need to join the cluster node, install the node on the cluster for the exam. Okay, we are now finally ready to cover what you'll be testing on the exam. So you might get a question like, worker 3, for example, the one we've been working on, needs to be added to the cluster. Please give the command or join this new node to the cluster. Normally, when you first install Kubernetes, using the kubeadmin init command, you might be familiar with, it gives you the join command that you need with the token and the hash. Well, that command, either you need to get it off the screen and save it, or if you did that command that's given only lasts 24 hours. So if you're expired or you forgot to copy it, you need to create a new token. To do that, you use this command, which you can see will give you this token. Then to create the hash value, you can run this command, and then that gives you the hash value. And then you run this command, join, put the value of the token here, discovery token, blah, 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 and put the value of the hash here. Or, that's a lot of work. That's a lot to remember as well. A lot of things that go wrong there. I believe there's an easier way. And if you use the kubeadmin token /help, you could see, oh, look, there's that create command. All right, very good. So very much like the command here so far. So we're going to run this command, but we're going to add something to it. So let's clear the screen again. Q token create. And we're going to go /help. And here's what we want. --print join command. Instead of printing only the token, print the full kubeadmin join flag needed to join the cluster using the token. So, create, take this, hit the enter key, and voila. You have everything. You got the token, and you have the hash. So I'll just take this command over here. Actually, I don't want to do that. I want to Control C. Go to the node I was working on, which is this one here. Paste, and there's my command. That is my cluster, or my master. Hit enter. Oh, no problem there. We forgot to put run it as the admin. QDO. Enter. And we're rolling. Now this could take a while. Well, guess not. Okay, so it looks like we're running pretty good. Let's go back to the master here and see what we have. Clear our screen. kubectl get nodes. Now I don't expect it to be ready yet because that takes a while. Oh, look at that. Worker 3 is ready. So our new node has been added. Pretty good. Okay, as a bonus, I just want to show you how to remove a node from a cluster. So on the you can see I have 3 nodes running. I only want a 2-node network. So I'm going to clear my screen. And the one I want to get rid of is kubectl. You might want to drain your node first. So if it actually has pods on it, you could drain it. I don't have any pods on my node, so I'm going to skip that part. Delete node, the name of the node. So in this case, it's worker 3. All right, so now if I do a get nodes, you can see node 3 is node 3 or worker 3 is all gone. I'm now going to go to worker 3. I'm going to run the kube. Let me clear the screen. Kube ADM reset. And it says, warning, change made as host by kubeadmin init or kubeadmin join will we revert it. Yes, this I might have forgot to. I might need a sudo in front of that. Yes. So sudo enter. We'll say yes. And there you go. We should be good to go. So again, thanks for watching.